Okay, Friday car work day. I washed the 330. It was pretty bad. Hadn't since, I don't know, it probably snowed since the last time I washed it, but determined the wheels are really screwed up on this car. I didn't really clean much brake dust off of them, so look at that. It's all yellow bronze, doesn't come off with soap and water. Got some wax. Start working on an area like that and it comes very clean. It's pitted on the inside from brake dust sitting on there for years due to previous owners, but the outside of it would come really clean if I wanted to spend maybe an hour on each wheel, which I don't. And I'm not going to do that until I'm really bored and maybe the M5's in the body shop or something, and then I'll come out and do that. I'll have to pull each one off individually and scrub them with wax, but they will come clean a little better than that. They're just disgusting right now. Then I actually worked on the Civic for a little bit too. When you drive this car at night, it's dimmer than, the low beam headlights are dimmer than the fog lights on that car or the fog lights on that car. They are pitiful. So I went to work on the headlights. They were totally fogged over. You couldn't really even see the bulbs. And it isn't great now, but it's a lot better than it was before. So that should make a very noticeable difference when driving at night. I would consider it to the point where it was totally dangerous and unsafe before. Of course, my sister didn't notice, or care about any of that. She could barely even tell that they were done when I brought her out and showed her. But now you can see there are indeed bulbs in there, and it should be a lot better at nighttime. Okay, good morning and welcome back. It's 1:50 in the morning now on April 4th. Worked outside with the cars for a while, got the 330 cleaned up, worked on the Civic actually. The headlights on that were candles and jam jars. It was horrible, so I buffed it down with some Zano, what's the green stuff, Z something. Actually got the majority of the film off with a cheap rotary buffer I found in my basement about 2 years ago, and some of that Zano polish. The bulbs in there were crap. They're like 3,000 Kelvin, so we got they're 9006 bulbs, I'll show you in a minute, but ZPC, that's it. Use Zano ZPC to buff off the film, which as I said, got the majority of it. And then we went over to AutoZone and picked up these Silver Star Ultra 9006. They're probably about a 6,000 Kelvin bulb, in hopes that they will be a more directional focused, says downward, and or most downward visibility, clarity, and a whiter color. So hopefully that will improve night driving visibility and safety on the Civic. I haven't put them in yet for a few reasons. One, rained all afternoon. I didn't want to stand out there in the rain. I did pull the front end of the car in the garage behind the M5, open the hood. There's no way you can access those bulbs from the hood. According to the research I did online, you actually have to turn the front wheels, pull the fender liner back, and reach in from there. So kind of a poor design, but I'll probably do that tomorrow or Sunday if it warms up a little bit. It's only about 30 degrees outside right now, although it was about 55 today as a high. Then I'll just take out a few push rivets, reach back behind the fender liner, and put those bulbs in. So they'll be progressive with that. Cleaned up my desk today, had a ton of car invoices from Eibach, from ECS, from Tire Rack, so I got all that stuff straightened out, put in the binder. Need to buy a new binder. One I have is not thick enough. Every time I pop the rings open, papers are falling out. So I need like a 4-inch binder now. And then we had a guest this evening who I didn't film. We caught up the whole time Ross Vaughn came over. We haven't seen him forever. You guys had some questions about him in the comments. He's still around. Hopefully we'll be seeing a lot more of him. He came over, we caught up for a couple hours, watched a movie, had some those peanut cookies, I don't know what they are, Nutter Butters, those things are fantastic. And some Friday chips. It was great to see him again, catch up a little bit. So hopefully we'll see him soon. Tomorrow's Saturday, going to the grandparents' house as usual. Lots of catch-up work to do over there. Now that the snow's gone, I've got to totally rework their rear line. Oh, I did that, but it needs to be put in an electrical box. Right now it's covered in a plastic bag, which could easily blow away. So I don't know if we'll tackle that tomorrow or not. Depends on the weather. But we'll get a bunch of stuff done over there with them tomorrow. Hopefully Alex can make it over this weekend. We've got a ton of coursework due Sunday night that needs to be taken care of. But yeah, that's going to be it. So I'm going to wrap things up, get up to bed, shower, get to bed, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow on Saturday. Hope your weekend's going well so far. Good night.